Hey everyone, Greenbeard here. Welcome back to another MLB 9 Innings 22 video on my channel. So, last week, I believe it'll be last week by the time this video goes up, as you can see, the 6th year special anniversary pack with the exclusive SIG went on sale. So we got it, and we'll go and open that. I am opening it now because currently the GI is on sale. So should we pull a really good SIG from this exclusive SIG pack, something that we could really use, I have the ability to go and get that GI as well, so we could do it right away. Now, I went on to the 9 Innings Companion website, and I put in the SIGs we have, what we want, what we don't want, and right now it's saying the odds to dupe from the exclusive pack are less than 20%, which is really nice. I was afraid it was going to be a little bit higher. We still have Victorino, right? Yeah, we do. Okay, cool. I was afraid that those odds would be a little bit higher to dupe because Nola has so many years, Cesar has a couple years, Hoskins has a couple years. But there's a lot of years we don't have. A lot of the Phillies have a lot of cards like JT and Bryce Harper that have multiple years, or Zach Wheeler even, that have multiple years that we've never pulled one of their cards. So I'm going to open this now. I'm crossing my fingers desperately we can pull a JT or a Bryce Harper. That would be an absolute win. Lenny Dykstra, Pat Burrell. I would even take Hoskins 18 because that's his best year. He's one of the best outfielders the Phillies have. I'd take Gene Segura 21. That's his second base year. That's the best second baseman we have. I'd love a Jim Bunning. And honestly, I would take any relief pitcher too, because, if we were to get, I think, one more SIG reliever, and we would have a full SIG bullpen outside of our pitcher's chem guy, right? No, we would be one short. Unless we pull, we would have one of Giles or Garcia, but then we would have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 SIGs in our bullpen if we were to pull that. So, we'll cross our fingers. This is not a guaranteed batter or pitcher. I'm really hoping it's a batter we could use. So, without further ado, we're going to open this exclusive SIG pack, and let's see. Oh, okay. So this is showing. Oh, that's cool. That's a cool new feature. This shows you what SIGs you have and what SIGs are available. All right. Okay. That's a pretty cool feature, actually. We did Clubcraft Bohm, so there's a small chance we get him back. Really hope that we don't. All right. So, my heart is racing. All right. Let's do this. Not a diamond. Come on, come on. All right. All right. I'll take that. Yes. Okay. Okay. You look at his base stats here. Not necessarily the best base stats. But if we go into challenges and we compare Gian Segura here, 95, 84, 83, to, let's say, Cesar's best year, which I think is 17. Yeah, I mean, it's speed is lower, obviously. Fielding is higher, which, means that getting barreled up wouldn't be as easy on this card, but he's got the same contact as the best year Cesar, a hair lower eye, but much better, 5 higher power. He is the best Philly second baseman in the game right now in terms of a SIG. If we go with this card, we get a high power and a good eye second train on him. He'll be awesome for us. He'll be really, really great for us. So that's a big win. I'm happy with that. We move Segura to second. For now, we'll put Cesar on the bench. But now on the bench, we'll have on the bench both Victorino and Cesar. So with those guys on the bench, it means theoretically we could club craft one of them should we dupe from the next team select sig. So that really, I needed a batter. Um, it's not the best batter, obviously. I would love it if we could eventually pull a Harper or a better outfielder, but an upgrade is an upgrade, and especially because the current Cesar we have is not a very good card. I mean, it's a good overall card, but a lot of that is in speed and field being high, and I being high is fine, but the power is so low and contact's fairly low on him too. So, also, I mean, I love Gene Segura. If you're a Phillies fan, I don't know how you can't love Gene Segura, especially these last couple years. Also, gotta say that card art's pretty sick. With the big two right in the middle, Gene Segura with the arm raised, that's a pretty freaking sick card. It not the perfect pull, but a really really good pull that I am super super happy with. Um, let's see. I'm trying to think of who we'll swap. I guess we'll put Galvis on the bench. We could put Lazinski on the bench because Galvis has a higher OVR, but like if Lazinski's going to come in the late innings, he's just a better card. I wish they'd give Lazinski a sig. The Bull is such a great guy, such a great card. So for now, what I'm going to go get the GI, but also what I'm going to do is I am going to work on training up that card. As you can see, we're low on points because, and I'll show you this now, after we got those skills on Giles and Suarez, we spent a ton of points retraining them. This is the train we got on Suarez, location 1, break 2. It is possible to get a location 1 velocity 2 fin train on this card. It would be very very difficult, and we would need him we would basically need him to be Black Diamond and Max GI in order to do it, because otherwise we're looking at like a 2 to stamina, 2 to fastball train in order to make it happen. And that's just obviously super improbable. So for now, we're going to run with this train on him. It's still not a bad train. I mean, he's still got pretty good stats. He's in down condition right now. But long term, if we can retrain him. And then I got this train on Giles. A little bit low to velocity, but it's fair. He gets a fair amount to fastball and break, which allows him to have S-tier pitches. As you can see, I have Parker and Giles here in my setup man role, and Holland out of it. That's for a couple reasons. One, Holland was very up and down, which is surprising with that set, but I would get weeks where he would be sub 1 ERA, and I'd get weeks where he'd be a 3.5 ERA. And there was really no in between. Meanwhile, Parker wasn't great, but they have the exact same set. So I'm sort of doing this as an experiment. We're going to leave it like this for a couple weeks. As you can see, Parker has higher stats, but in terms of location and velocity, barely higher stats. 4 more location, 2 more velocity, almost nothing. And as I showed you, Giles has all S-tier pitches, but Blake Parker does not. Even as a SIG, he does not. None of his fastballs, 4-seamer, cutter, or splitter are S-tier. Only his curveball is. He has 1 breaking pitch, which is sort of a downside of this card getting finesse, is that he has only 1 breaking pitch. So I'm sort of leaving it like this to see how much the difference between those minimal stats make, and since those are mostly negligible, if we notice a difference in performance based on whether their stats are S tier or A tier coming in. We're going to leave it like this for a couple weeks. We'll take stock of what the results are. We'll see how Holland does in middle relief, and we'll go from there. But anyway, like I said, we'll work on training Segura, and we'll work on getting him leveled up. I will come back in a little later from when I'm currently filming this, and we'll show you what we're able to end up with. It might be a couple days before I get enough points and or level reset tickets to finish Segura. But we'll come back then. and we'll open some packs, we'll do some training, etc., etc. So for now, um, I'll see you back in a little bit. Alrighty, so we were able to get a train on Segura. Not the best train. 12 to the right is good. I would have loved it more if that speed and field were reversed. It's going to be, if we get barrel it up on him, he will hit it, but we would need to retrain him for more speed in order to do that. So that is something we might need to do down the road, but for now, it's a very good train for his space stats. As you can see, we have almost no points left. We have like 5 level reset tickets. It took hundreds of reset tickets and tens of millions of points, more or less. So that was not easy, but we got here. We got it done. And so we will be taking him up to Diamond today. Before we do that, we're going to open these vintage packs. On the rare chance we pull another legend, I think the only legend I would GI right now over Segura would be if we pulled like a Ralph Kiner. I don't think any other legend right now would be enough of an upgrade for me to justify using the GI on at the moment. We did get a diamond though. Single diamond. Right, so no one there. That's okay. So with that out of the way, we'll use this intermediate GI, and then we'll GI Segura. Intermediate to take him to gold, and then the full diamond GI to take him up to diamond. We have 2 grade increase reset tickets. Hopefully, it would be great if we don't need either of them, if he already comes with a pretty good GI. So here we go, taking him up to diamond. Come on, give me a high GI, please. Oh, yes, that is literally perfect. I love that. That makes me super, super happy because we can use these regular GI resets on Real Muto. If we can get him above 70 here, then we'll work on retraining him for higher field to get him the stab bonus. And we got him to 73. Awesome, awesome. So once we accumulate more points and reset tickets, we'll work on getting him enough field to hit stab bonus. So we'll probably wait till another week of ranked training, and then we'll go from there. Not on Didi, not on you. I think we want to use this on Ranger and hope that we can go up to 75. Like I said, at 75 at Black Diamond, it wouldn't be too hard to get him. Nice. To get him Fin Train with Velo 2, but without Max GI and without Black Diamond and that extra special training, it would be a little more difficult. Right now, he's at 24 to Fin. So whenever we get him to Black Diamond, we'll be able to work on getting him a better train. But again, that's a long way away, and we are on a ton of points and reset tickets away from doing that. So for now, this train will do, but it is great to see maxing that out right there. So let's see. Did Segura come with skills? Nope. What about here? Nothing there. Okay. So the next step will be to open packs and work on special training our new Diamond Segura. I'm going to save the Wish Player pack. I haven't yet decided who we're going to use it on. I was going to use it on Jose Alvarado, but they kind of nerfed his card toward the end of the season, so not sure if it'll be totally worth it. I don't know why I started with the alts and golds. Usually I don't. And we will now go back and do the silvers. We have over 100 premiums, which is awesome. We got a lot of them from this wheel event. So we should have a ton of cards, and we already have a ton of special train material. So we'll see how much we can get done and how far we can build up our new Segura. think the only thing we would be looking for here would be primes or vintages. Otherwise, silvers are just special train material. And the last 9, nothing from the silver so far. All right, so nothing from silvers. We'll move on to the premiums. Only a single gold from the live season premiums. And all right, let's hop into these premium player packs. Okay, hoping to see 3 or 4 diamonds from this 142. Got one already. Okay. The live season packs are no longer active, meaning if you have them, you'll be guaranteed to pull a 2022 card, but the cards are no longer live, and you can now get 2022 cards from regular packs as well. Okay, so we're at 2 diamonds. We'll hang on to that Giles in case we ever pull his Sig, and let's go special train. Okay, so, right. So we're up to level 2. I can almost guarantee we'll be able to max him out today, which will be great. If we are unable to get skills on him today, which would be fine if that's the case. If we're unable to pull skills on him, then we will move him in, put him on the bench, and we'll just leave him on the bench until we're able to get him skills. That's all. Alrighty. Okay, so we'll do all the golds. Yeah, and we'll throw the diamond cards in, and then we'll do the rest of the premiums, and we'll say hang on to the rest of the diamond special train material, and we'll only use it at the end if we need it, because that's stuff's always great to hang on to and to have. So we'll see how far or how much of the rest of the way the rest of these premiums and the team selects can get us. The nice thing is we will be able to put him in the lineup and immediately compare him to Cesar stat-wise, because, if it were, if we pulled a better year Cesar, we wouldn't be able to see them both in the lineup at the same time, because you can only have one of each player in your lineup at a time. So we wouldn't really be able to get a fair comparison doing it that way, but because that's not the case, we can have both Segura and Cesar in the lineup, so we'll be able to get a pretty good indication of the and comparison of the two, and be able to see these major stat difference, specifically the major power stat difference, which was the reason why I wanted to pull Segura in the first place. The best Phillies second base Sig in the game that has ever been in the game is Asdrubal Cabrera, 2018, I want to say. Unfortunately, I never was able to pull his card, his 2018 card at all, in any form, not just in Diamond, in any form. So, even if they ever released a Sig Change ticket, I couldn't use it on him because I don't have him. So, because of that, this Segura is the best card currently in the game. Utley's Prime, maybe, but I don't know. I don't have his Prime, and so I don't know what the stats are off the top of my head, and if it even would be particularly close. And we'll finish up with this 1 diamond pack, and then we'll go and finish up Segura's special training and pop him in the lineup and take a look. Alrighty. You can see from the special training we are already very low on points. We should have enough to finish him up to level 8 nonetheless. Okay. Okay, so What I'll probably do is pause for a moment and go open up some intermediates. Oh, no, okay. I didn't realize we still had diamond cards. Great. That's perfect. So he is maxed out in terms of his special train now. And we have a fair amount of diamond special train material left over. So we'll throw him in quickly over Freddy Galvis, and we'll condition him just so that he is in up condition, because Cesar is currently in up condition, so it'll be a more fair comparison. Alrighty. So we have Cesar. They are the same OVR. Cesar has 4 more contact. Segura has 10 more power and 3 more eyes. So more or less, very similar cards, with the major difference being Segura has 10 more power. So, and not the biggest upgrade in the world, but still a very, very good upgrade to this card, or to this position, I should say, specifically because he has that extra boost to power. It makes the card worth investing more in my opinion. Taking him to Black Diamond, for example, is suddenly, I suddenly feel comfortable taking Segura to Black Diamond, whereas I didn't necessarily feel comfortable taking Cesar to Black Diamond. Of course, in terms of premium skill change tickets, next on the docket will be Didi here, and then once we finish him up, the plan is probably take to Segura to Black Diamond and then try to get him skill. Assuming we don't land like a really good 3-3 set with without needing to use blues or greens or anything like that. Right. So let us use these skill change tickets and see real quick if we can land anything on Segura that would help us immediately get him in the lineup. Charisma Spotlight, not bad, not great, but it's something. Charisma Slugger, Pinpoint Strike as the third. Pretty good, pretty good. Almost a 3-3 with Charisma, 1 short. Almost a 3-3 with Barrel It Up. As you can see, Gino hitting BIU is going to be tough. We would need to retrain him. If that field and speed were swapped, he would definitely hit it at Black Diamond. But since it's not for now, we'll keep moving on, keep looking for something else. Alrighty. Prediction table setter, not going to do it. Had a good stretch of golds there, and now we're running a little bit dry on the skill changes here. We're going to leave 3 for the premium craft as well. Alright, so our last skill change here, and nothing. Okay, so actually that will leave us with a almost identical set to what we have on Cesar. Both will have maxed out Charisma Slugger, and Gino will have Pinpoint Strike rather than 5-tool player. So it'll actually be a really interesting comparison, because we'll max out that set and we'll swap Gino over Cesar, and we'll see how much of a difference there is. Probably going to hit for about the same average would be my guess, but Gene should hit more home runs. He has 10 more power, so I would hope he hits more home runs. And he's got slightly higher eye as well, so that combined with the higher power should lead to a higher slugging percentage, just based off my understanding of how batting stats in this game work. Higher eye is most beneficial when you have higher power. The two of those combined have a higher tendency to lead to home runs. High I with low power doesn't tend to lead to more home runs. So it it's a little bit of an interesting case. All right, so we now have our nearly identical skill sets on these two cards, with Gene having much more power, more I, and slightly lower contact. We'll swap him into our lineup, and we'll see how he does. He's got, well, so if you account for the fact that he's in up condition, he has a little bit lower power, slightly higher contact, and slightly lower I. So this Hoskins card does have the higher space stats, but that's to be. I mean, like, he also has a train of 9 to the right. So if you were to, add those stats in, like, to Gene right now, it would be pretty comparable batting stat wise. But obviously, you can't do that. So, we'll leave him in our 8 slot, and we'll see how he does. Maybe we end up moving him up if that set works really well. But we'll give it a shot and see how it goes. I said it before. I love the card art. Great card for second base overall. Maybe not the best card in the world, but for a Phillies team hurting for good second baseman, that's a really great pull. I'm really happy with that pull. And in order to get him in, it doesn't mean we have to GI a slightly better Cesar, and we're not spending the GI on a player we already have. I'd rather spend it on a different card that is slightly better, which is what we were able to do with Segura. So that is really great. I'm really happy about that. And I'm happy we're able to get him into the lineup right now. And we'll see. We'll take a look and we'll start tracking stats and see how he does. So we were able to jump our OVR a lot today by 0.7. We're almost at 119 overall. We're at 118.9. And the next time we get a black diamond card, that will almost guaranteed push us over 119 overall, which is really a cool milestone. 120 obviously is the milestone, but we are ways away from that. But yeah, I have almost no points, but we've got a better second baseman with a better train and almost the same skills. So I'm very happy with that. We'll see how he does. We'll see how the stats line up. And I'll come back and I'll let you know how things are going in the future. With that being said, have a great day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.